Good morning, everyone.
I'm Earth.
I am Geraldine, and we're going to report about learning diversity and inclusive education.
And here have two topics, the learner differences and development and the learner with special needs.
Okay, before we proceed in our lesson, Geraldine and I prepared 5 scrambled words to you to answer to know what are going to talk or discuss in our lesson. So, are you ready to answer, children? So if you're ready, let's start answering. Wow, good job, children. So now, we have small ideas what are going to talk or discuss in our lessons because of the scrambled word you answer. This is the learning objectives of this lesson. The focus of this lesson is to understanding and respecting individual differences, developing a critical thinking and empathy by engaging with diverse perspectives and creating a sense of belonging and safety for all students. So, there are 4 objectives of this lesson. The first one is define what is learning diversity and inclusive education is all about. So, the second one is analyze the individual differences and development, explaining how this manifests in ability traits and behaviors among students. The third one is evaluate the interaction between nature and nurture as contributing factors that shape an individual unique development and learning styles. Lastly, identify the aspect of a learner with special needs and describe the various types of learning factors they may face. Learning diversity and inclusive education. Learning diversity is the recognition that students have unique differences in their abilities, backgrounds, and learning styles. Basically, learning diversity refers to the individual differences in the way of learning. I give you a basic example or simple example to understand what is learning diversity. Imagine a classroom full of students have unique different styles of learning, like visual learners and auditory learners. So, the visual learners is mao ni sila mga students na makatuon through visual. And auditory learners, mo sila mga students na makatuon through hearing. While inclusive education is a practice of ensuring all students, including those with disabilities and from marginalized groups, can learn together in a supportive and equitable environment. So, to easily to understand, inclusive education is fundamental approach that ensure with those disabilities and from marginalized groups can participate fully. Learning diversity and inclusive education involves adapting the curriculum, teaching method, and school environment to meet the needs of all learners and ensuring everyone feels valued, respected, and has equal access to quality education. Individual differences and development. Individual differences and development are the variation among people and their psychological traits, abilities, and behaviors even as they progress through the same general developmental stages. So, it means all people follow the basic stages but not the same of development. Ang example ani is, you have 2 cousin nga same stages but not same development. Let's put 1-year-old sila. Imong isa kay gagaw kablo no baklay, yang isa dili pa. So it means dili gid sila ka press og development pero ka press la og stages. So mao ni ang individual differences and development. These differences are shaped by a constant interplay between inherited genetics factors, nature, and environmental influence, nurture, resulting in unique characteristics such as intelligence, personality, learning styles, and emotional response. So, na-discuss naman nato ni sa prelim kamang Noraisa. Let's do a recall na lang for more deep understanding. Nature or heredity. Genetic factors inherited from parents determine initial physical and mental traits, including temperament, intelligence potential, and physical characteristic like eye and hair color. Example, Jim demonstrated exceptional problem-solving skills and quick learning abilities similar to his highly intelligent parents. So, si Jim daw kuno is a fast learner ug maayo sa problem-solving skills like his parents. So, kani nga learning skills kinakuha niya sa iyang parents kungod sa iyang genes sa iyang parents. Nurture or environment. A person's surroundings significantly influence their development. This includes factors like family background, socioeconomic status, community, and the quality of education they receive. Example, Enric demonstrate exceptional language skills and strong reading abilities similar to literary rich environment and reading routine his parents established for him since he was young. So, Enric was a good reader and good understanding of language. Enric get this because of literary rich environment of and kung siyang parents nga ginapabasa-basa siya sukad sa pagabata.
Okay, let's now proceed to the next topic, which is the learner with special needs. Learning with special needs. This refers to the student who requires individualized support to overcome their learning barriers due to disability, development delay, or other expectations. When we say individualized support, this means they need help that is designed just for them based on their specific situation. The goal is to fully develop their capabilities within a diverse learning environment, not to separate them. To achieve these goals, we have to focus on their strengths and making sure they have every chance to succeed. And we must not separate them. Instead, we keep them in the classroom with classmates and give them tools to belong and participate fully. Okay, let's now proceed to the key aspect. We have here inclusive environment. It is inclusive education keep the learners in the mainstream classroom with their peers whenever possible, with necessary support systems in place to ensure they can participate fully. Inclusive environment is a foundational principle in modern schooling that is about ensuring all students, regardless of their backgrounds, ability, or disability, feel valued, respected, and have all equal access to learning opportunities alongside with their peers. That's inclusive education. In short, inclusive environment is a classroom where the system changes to fit to the students rather than forcing students to change to fit to the system. That's the goal of inclusive environment. Okay, the next one is focus on potential. The aim is to help each student develop their individual potential and achieve academic, social, and emotional growth. Example, think of a student with learning barrier like dyslexia. Did you know what dyslexia means? Dyslexia is common, lifelong specific learning disability that primarily affects the skills involved accurate and fluent word reading, spelling, and decoding despite having normal intelligence. That's dyslexia. If we focus only on the fact that they struggle to read, we miss a big thing, a big opportunity. But if we focus on their potential, we might discover that they are a problem solvers, a highly creative artist, or a strong logical thinkers. Because our goal isn't to fix their disability. It is about unlocking their ability. That's the goal of focus on potential. Finally, diverse learning barriers. When we say a learner faces diverse learning barriers, it means they encounter specific challenges that make the process of learning significantly harder for them than for the most children their age. In diverse learning barriers, we have the academic challenges, means the problems directly related to schoolwork and curriculum. We also have communication barriers, means problem of expressing thoughts and understanding others. And the last one is behavioral or emotional barriers such as difficulties with managing attention, regulating emotions, and controlling actions. These difficulties are the obstacles that prevent them from accessing and processing information in the standard way.